Appreciate it. Yeah.
We're
gonna get down on it, man.
We're gonna get out on it here. Today we're going to talk about a very controversial topic. When everyone's going to buy a car, they're like, do I get an automatic or a manual? Every car guy says that you need to have a manual or you're not a car guy. Which, at one point in my life, I agreed with. Today we're going to talk about why you should never buy a manual transmission car ever again. Don't do it. If you think about it, stop. Don't buy it. Driving a 6-speed's cool and all, it's fun, and it's cool to slam gears. In my past life, I did, this car was a 6-speed. I thought I was the man slamming gears. If you want to be fast and consistent, you need to have an automatic. So, just from a racing standpoint, there are very few people that can actually drive a 6-speed and drive it well and be consistent. There's a lot that goes into, just for drag racing alone, you know, launching the car. I mean, you got to know what you're doing there. You got to have the right tire, you have to have the right setup. A lot goes into having a good 60-foot time and being able to slam gears all the way down the track. And don't get me wrong, there's some guys that do that well, but for the majority, most people suck. And I'm not going to say I was great driving a 6-speed, because if I have a video of me launching with my 6-speed setup, I'll put it in right now, and you will see how bad I am. And like, I was trying my best to launch it. It's just very difficult. You got to do everything perfect. Now as an automatic, I mean, hell, this is all it takes to launch. I mean, put it in first gear, right? I'm at a dead stop right now. This is it. This is the launch. How do you beat that? The benefit of having an automatic is what you saw there was literally just me flooring it in first gear. Like, there's no effort. If you have a decent setup on the car, it's going to work. The other thing that having an automatic, especially one like this, offers is it's got a good converter in it, so I can build boost, I can get up in RPMs, and I can also leave from a trans brake, so I can leave under a decent amount of boost and make some good power, so that brings the 60-foot times down even more. Now the manual guys will be like, oh, I got 2-step on my car. So 2-step on a car, on a manual car, it holds the RPMs, so you can drop the clutch, which works sometimes. Again, that comes down to setup. This car also has 2-step, just because it's a turbo car and it helps you build boost and attain a decent level of boost, and if it's launching too hard, then you can mess with it. Let's say right now, I'm going to say, this is bold, but I'm going to say it, that right now, at the track, in the history of this car, I will not lose to a 6-speed car. I will not lose to a manual transmission. Some guy sawing gears with a clutch. I will not lose to him. It just won't happen.
It's a bold statement.
It's a bold statement, but it's not going to happen. They are not. I will not lose to a 6-speed car. I won't. You know, some guys out there in a Civic, it's just like, oh, I'm going to drag his ass. He's not going to drag me. I will not lose to a 6-speed car.
Are we accepting call-outs?
I'm accepting call-outs. If you think you're going to beat me and you have a manual transmission car, please, because I will not lose. The other thing is shift time. This thing has literally 0 delay in shift. It stays in boost, goes like that. I mean, I literally grab the shifter and I pull it back and the shift is done. It's so quick. I mean, you cannot shift faster than this car. With that being said, being a turbo car, it never comes out of boost. Once I'm in boost and I'm shifting, it just goes. I'll give you an example here. So we're not gonna like floor do anything crazy, but I'm gonna go first, second, third. So first, I mean, come on, that's all 3 gears. Tell me someone with a 6-speed that can shift faster than that. Wes, do you know anyone?
No.
See, no one. What's up, buddy? Shift times are just not there. It takes way too much effort. Now, don't get me wrong. When you're going down the track, like you're still driving. Like, don't just think I sit here and I just pull the lever back. Like, I'm gonna be shitting my pants essentially the entire time. Still driving to be done, other than shifting. Yeah, I guess it can be fun to drive a 6-speed, but is it worth it? I mean, in traffic, it's a leg killer. I mean, I drove this car. It had a twin disc clutch in it for 3 years. And I said to myself I'd never get tired of it, and I said that until I brought this car to the shop to get rebuilt and change the setup around. And as soon as I left with this, I was like, I did that to myself for 3 years. I had to deal with that damn clutch, doing a leg press. It's just not it. Some people say that roll racing you can't do in a six. Oh, this guy's just.
He's sending it.
This guy tried to pass me in a diesel. Like, come on. Oh, he's on me, dude. Yo, he's got that big stack. That thing probably puts down some power. He's riding with us.
On the bumper.
Oh, here he goes. Ready?
He's in the back.
He went for like the triple pass, and I shut the door. You know. Back to the video. What are we talking about? So I was gonna just like talk about a little bit on like the street and like why you shouldn't buy a manual transmission, but I mean it's irrelevant. It's all about being fast. And if you want to be fast, you gotta have an auto. You can't be fast. I don't get me wrong. There's a couple guys I know, like Brett. If you're watching this, like your car's pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll still mess you up. That was pretty bold.
To be decided.
To be decided. For roll racing, that's like another story. Like the 6 speeds are very dominant. But you saw my boy Anthony Ballard at Streetcar Takeover in Charlotte. He's an auto car. He went pretty deep into the finals, didn't he?
Yeah, he was pretty deep.
Yeah. So I mean, some people say that you can't roll race with a with an automatic transmission. It's tough to say. Roll racing, a little bit more biased to the 6 speed, but you can still be fast in auto. Daily driving, obviously putting it in drive and going is much more convenient. But overall, like the top of the pyramid is fast, right? You got to have an auto. You just got to. Trans brake, huge bonus. You can foot brake it with a nice converter, another huge bonus. That's all. You're roasting every 6-speed car off the launch. Shift times, virtually none. And then when you get done with your pull, you know, you just let it cruise. You just let it roll down. Yeah. Manual transmission's cool for doing burnouts in parking lots and spinning the car around. But if you want to be fast, you go with an auto. Now the automatics from the factories are so good. You put a converter in it, you're out the door. Even like you don't even need a converter. There's guys running 9s up at RPM Motorsports with just like simple bolt-ons, a cam, and some nitrous. Stock auto running the 9. So end of the day, if you want to be fast on the street or at the track, you buy an automatic transmission. And if you watch my videos, I do appreciate that. Like, subscribe, and comment. I do appreciate when you guys watch. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We're heading to the track soon. Not this week, but next week, Thursday, we'll be at the track. So if you're around Glott Motorsports Park, you better get out there and watch me bust some ass. And if not, just watch on YouTube and you'll see me busting ass there. So, thanks for watching.